Hello, Craig Birch here for Speedway GB at Leicester Lions after the second meeting of the day with Belle Vue. Back at Lions this evening, the Lions have ran out 47-43 winners. Simon Stead, team manager here, perfect response, 62-28 this morning. You know, that wasn't good enough, that was a lot more like it tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah, obviously this morning was, this afternoon was a real disappointment for us. Not good enough by any stretch of the imagination, so we needed an immediate response. The beauty about having two meetings in a day is you've got the opportunity, and they have responded. You've got to say this afternoon at Belle Vue, coming away from there, we were worried about whether we were going to get turned over or not. So the response from the lads was as good as I could have asked for. I think it could have been even more convincing. Had a few other bits gone in our favour, so we'll take the positives. Draw a line under it this afternoon. We've got to draw a line under that one. We know our away form's got to improve. Big meeting for us at Poole on Wednesday, so we'll be going into that off the back of a good win today and see what we can do.
Yes, of course. I mean, this morning, was that probably the worst away performance? You're very unhappy with that.
I don't know. Our away form at the moment is obviously a concern. We weren't very good at all at Kings Lynn. There might be an excuse for that. We didn't have Hans, we didn't have Kenneth. But today at Belle Vue, there weren't any excuses. We should have done better. We had our full strength 1 to 7. All right, Danny was coming his first meeting back after a couple of weeks out injured, so perhaps there's an excuse for his performance there. But we obviously demand more from him, and we weren't good enough. But we have responded, and we have to try and do better.
Yeah. So, but obviously the way to respond, like you say, is come back here and win this meeting. It's not. What is it about the home track at the moment? You just seem to be, racking up points very, very quickly, and you're just giving the visitors so much to claw back all of the time, and that seems to be a recurring theme this season, doesn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. The fact that we've got 2 wins against 2 very good teams is a positive. I think there's more to come from us. Not 100% happy. I'd like to be winning a little bit more convincingly, but we've got 2 wins off 2 meetings at home. Like I said, my main concern is the away form, and we need to improve that significantly.
Of course, and the opportunity, like you say, to do so at Poole on Wednesday. Have you told the guys after the meeting this evening, I expect a win from you to make sort of Belle Vue away right on Monday, even though you won tonight?
We're always striving for better performances. We know we need to improve. We've got the chance to do that. Obviously, a place that Hans knows very well, and he should be able to lead by example. So it's going to be tough. We know that Poole are obviously very strong. They always are. But if we could upset the form book and have a good meeting, then I'll be pleased.
Yeah,
if not, we're back to the drawing board.
Of course. Standout performance tonight, or do you feel it was a real team performance?
I don't know. It was nice to see. It was obviously nice to see Danny have a good meeting. Obviously, he was really disappointed at Belle Vue, but he perhaps needed a meeting just to get settled back into riding his bike again. So he was one we obviously needed a big response from, and he did respond, and he got Rider of the Night deservedly this evening. So yeah, good performance from Danny. The lads have chipped in. I think Kyle's not scored many points today, but he's worked hard for every single one every single point that he's earned.
Some reserve as well.
Yeah, so when you look down, they've all tried hard, they've all given me their best shot, and they've all responded well to the disappointment this afternoon. So onwards and upwards.
Of course, quite some time before you race back on this track as well. Now it's going to be a 2-week break for yourselves now.
That's disappointing, but it also gives us a chance to regroup and come back stronger. So that's what we'll have to do. Yeah. I mean, there's always talks about changing riders and stuff like that. Is that the promoters have talked about that, but now's the time to maybe sit down. After Wednesday, probably the time to sit down and take stock of where you are, I guess. Well, yeah, that's right, and it's all right saying make changes, this, that, and the other, but there's got to be the rider availability for us to do that. If there's an opportunity and we believe it will make us stronger, then it's something that we'll have to look seriously at. At this moment in time, I feel like we can get more out of the riders that we've got, but if the management deem it necessary to make a change and there's a rider availability, then we'll do the right thing by Leicester Speedway.
Yeah, watch this space, watch this space.
Exactly.
Simon, brilliant, fantastic.
Cheers.
Thanks
No
for
worries.
talking to us and see you again
Thanks
soon.
a lot.